Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face while you're sleeping. When it comes to society in general, there are people out there that are not exactly normal. The people on this list are people that you probably thought were a trick of the light or an urban legend. You've probably seen a few of these pictures, but you might have assumed that they were photoshopped. So, on that note, let us get into the 10 most unusual people in the world. Number 10. Tom Staniford. Tom Staniford is one of only 8 people in the world to suffer from MDP syndrome. This extremely rare condition prevents his body from storing fat under the skin, and even on the soles of his feet. Tom was born with a normal metabolism, but at the age of 12, he started losing fat around his face and body. He also has just 40% of the muscles of an average man, and his hearing is also compromised due to this condition, so he's forced to use hearing aids. It's a cruel irony that he has also developed type 2 diabetes because the fat levels in his blood are just as high as someone who is clinically obese. However, he has never let his condition hold him back, and has already proved that it is possible to live a normal life. The law graduate has also been crowned the British National Paracycling Circuit Race Champion in 2011. Number 9. Michelle Kubicki. For the majority of us, a tiny waist is the result of a strict diet and plenty of exercise, but not for Michelle Kubicki. This 28-year-old woman has shrunk her waist from 25 inches to just 16 inches by wearing a corset every day for 3 years, even while she sleeps. The girl from Berlin says she dreams to get down to just 15 inches to be like her idol, American Kathy Jung, who currently holds the world record for the world's smallest midriff. Michelle believes she has the perfect feminine figure. However, her tiny waist has already caused her breathing and digestive problems, and doctors have even warned her against wearing the corset non-stop. Michelle likes to keep a detailed account of her journey on her Facebook page and YouTube videos by showing off different corsets to her followers. To date, she has spent more than 5,000 pounds on buying and making corsets for her 5'5" frame. Number 8. Sun Mingming. At 7 feet 9 inches, Sun Mingming from China is currently the tallest basketball player in the world. He even holds a Guinness World Record for being the tallest professional basketball player. In addition to being a professional athlete, he's also an actor and has also appeared in the movie Rush Hour 3 as the Kung Fu Giant for a fight scene with Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan. Sun, along with his wife, also holds the Guinness World Record for being the tallest living couple in the world. Yes, his life partner, Zhu Yan, is also 6 feet 2 inches tall, and together, they make the tallest living married couple with their combined height of 13 feet and 11 inches. Number 7. Olivier Richters. Olivier Richters, also known as the Dutch Giant, is by far the tallest bodybuilder in the world, with a height of 7.2 feet and weighing 298 pounds. Olivier has made great progress in his life, despite all of his physical limitations. He was able to overcome a birth defect to obtain a physique that would change his entire life. Olivier's heart was 20% smaller and was tilted at an odd angle. But he has worked incredibly hard to gain control of his body to achieve an inspiring transformation to greatly become a known bodybuilder. Standing at a shocking 7 feet 2 inches, he towers above most, including the likes of big-name bodybuilders such as Jay Cutler and Martin Ford. He is the CEO of a muscle food company and aims to follow on from the success of his meat company to become an actor and maybe one day work within the professional wrestling industry. Number 6. Brock Brown. This kid from Michigan is an exception with a height of 7 feet 8 inches. Brock Brown is the world's tallest teenager at the age of 18, and he's still growing at the rate of 6 inches per year. Doctors estimate that if he continues to grow at this speed, he could easily surpass the current world's tallest man, Sultan Kozan, who stands at 8 feet 2 inches. Brock's feet measured to the size of 28, and he's known to wear the world's biggest 3D printed shoes. He has really high expenses for himself due to his tall height, and sometimes even suffers from painful curvature of his spine and narrowing of his spinal cord. His mother Darcy says Brock was around 5 feet 2 inches tall when he was in kindergarten. Number 5. Gerkery Bracco-Bloquet. Gerkery Bracco-Bloquet from Florida has become an internet star after she began posting videos of her skillful tongue tricks online. Her tongue is so long that she can use it to touch her elbow, her earlobe, and even lick her eye. And she's hoping to lick anyone who gets in her way to the Guinness World Records for having the world's longest tongue. The current record holder for the world's longest tongue is Nick Stoberl, whose tongue measures 3.97 inches long. Gerkery claims her tongue measures 4.48 inches, which, if verified, would enter the record books. The 21-year-old first realized her tongue was really long when her friends dared her to lick her eyes, and ever since that moment, Gerkery has been keen to show off her newfound talent. Number 4. Wang Fang. We all know the catchphrase 2 steps forward, 1 step back. But in this miracle woman's case, it's the total opposite. 2 steps backward, 1 step forward. Yes, Wang Fang, a 34-year-old waitress from China, was born with a rare condition that caused her feet to develop backwards. Her condition is the cause of abnormal development prior to birth. Despite this unusual condition, brave Wang Fang continues to lead a normal life and refuses to accept disability pension. Interestingly enough, she says there's no reason to class her as disabled and can even run faster than most of her friends. Except, of course, she puts her shoes on backwards. Doctors initially felt Wang's condition would prevent her from walking, but she believed that life is about making the best of situations we see troublesome, and that's exactly what she's doing. Living life to the fullest. Number 3. Amu Haji. Amu Haji is the dirtiest man in this world, who has not taken a shower for the last 65 years. This 85-year-old man looks like a troll, or maybe a creature from fantasy films. Amu lives in the village of Dezga in Iran. He lives a dirty but fairly primitive life, with one of his most prized possessions being a 3-inch steel pipe, through which he smokes animal dung instead of tobacco. His skin is scaly and muddy. You can barely see his eyes, and one can only imagine how he must smell. Also, it's quite hard to believe this is a real human being just by looking at him. When it comes to food, he cooks animal carcasses such as rotten porcupine meat. And for shelter at night, he uses a hole in the ground, which resembles a grave pit. Haji believes cleanliness brings him sickness. Maybe that's the reason he lives so freely with nothing to hide. And with that, it's now time for today's subscriber pick. Today's photo was sent to us by one of our subscribers, so if you come across a photo online and want to know more details about it, just send it on over to us. We might even feature it on a future video. Number 2. The image on the left is that of a 3D model designed virtually under the name of two-headed fashion. The image on the right is that of conjoined twins, 2 babies who are born physically connected to each other. This occurs when an early embryo only partially separates and forms 2 individuals. Number 1. Sajad Gharibi. Can you guess which Hollywood superhero does this real-life giant man relate to? That's right, you guessed it! The Hulk, the giant green man from the Marvel movies. Sajad Gharibi is an Iranian powerlifter, popularly known as the Persian Hulk. In a very short amount of time, this young man has gained more than 100,000 followers. He has also shown his desire to join professional wrestling due to his massive body of muscles, weighing about 386 pounds. Sajad has also declared his ambition to become a soldier for his country and starts his training soon. Now that's really the kind of decision a superhero would make. And that concludes our list of the 10 most unusual people in the world. Let us know in the comment section below which one freaked you out the most. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that bell icon.